What's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today we have an exciting stream with a very controversial figure, and I'm not gonna mince words here. The guy has his problems, but we'll be discussing them. Maybe we'll knead the pizza dough a bit, and maybe we can make a beautiful, delicious pepperoni, sausage, black olive, onion pizza, ricotta, maybe a little bit of ricotta on it, just like I like it. Okay, just like Tom Dark likes it. So I guess first of all, before we call him, because we are going to call him, I should give you guys a little bit of an introduction. And I think maybe after I talk to him, we can even watch like one of the videos about him, because like people have been emailing me telling me that this is like some kind of lolcow type person that I need to look at. I don't know that he's in that territory, but I also don't know a ton about him yet. But I'm going to find out. I'm gonna try to find out as much as I can. So there's this video I've seen from this YouTuber named That Creepy Reading. You can see his video right here. It says deleted evidence. It's about this YouTuber named Plague Moth. And the drama basically regards Moth is a YouTuber who his whole swag is reacting to gore videos on YouTube. So you go to his channel, you type in Plagued Moth. His channel's up. It was deleted for a bit. You go to his channel. And we can see here, one girl, 99 stops, the most offensive gore miss in July. If you go to his popular videos, I mean, they're all talking about the Guerrero flaying. Why did Ronnie McNutt? Krill himself, the darkest dark web video, and like if you click on the actual videos, they don't include the graphic imagery, thankfully, but like a decent portion of the videos, from what I understand, are him like sitting and watching people get killed, like die, right? So I think he got deleted from YouTube, then he came back, he got deleted from Patreon. I don't think he's back on that, but he had some drama with this guy named That Creepy Reading, who I've talked to a bit about it. I will say he sent me a lot of messages, and I just haven't been able to respond to all of them or read all of them. But today we're going to talk to Moth. We're going to get his take, and then maybe we can go from there and just kind of cross-reference everything and try to dive into it. Yeah, he seems, I don't know, I'm a little put off, but maybe he can convince me otherwise. Let's give him a call. How's it going?
Good. Just chilling.
Nice. So obviously you're kind of I don't know, a little bit of a controversial dude. I've gotten some emails since I announced that we'd be doing this stream of people saying that you're like forbidden, like I'm off limits from doing content with you. One person emailed me once, and then they emailed me again. They said, "Why haven't you replied? Hey, if you don't know me, I told you why Plague Moth is a terrible person. I haven't heard from you, and I don't know why. Do you have a Gmail or not? Why haven't you responded?" And I just ignored this person. But I'm hoping to dissect a little bit what kind of person you are if I can, because
I'm actually excited for that. That's beautiful, because I already knew people were getting emails for a long time. It's unfortunate, and it's affected professionally. I mean, you piss off the right people, I guess.
Have you had a conversation with anyone like regarding your drama? Because there's been a ton.
I've tried on and off. I've talked to Mudahar about it. But really, like, that's just the largest creator. I've also talked to Justin Wang about it, like, casually. But I try to kind of keep it like out of things unless somebody brings it up, because it's so weird. I've already had people rinse and repeat the same, like, "Oh, he's a terrible person. Look at the Discord from hell." Like the same rinse and repeat story, because, you know, somebody wants to posting stuff, and then somebody wants to post it to Twitter and say it's something that's like half of this.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I guess the first thing I wanted to bring up, I guess kind of working backwards, is when I announced that I'd be doing this stream, I got a bunch of people messaging me. And not anyone can message me, so these were like, you know, mutuals or whatever on Twitter. And they were messaging me saying that you would be in DMCAing them, I guess falsely, over videos they made criticizing you. I got a message from Meme Frog, and he said, he just sent me his own tweet. It says, "How can anyone defend Plagued Moth when he's doing this?" And it looks like you claimed a bunch of videos from this guy called Spinling. At least I think it's you.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's basically saying that these are false. DMCA claims that you were taking down his videos. It looks like maybe YouTube stepped in and put them back up at some point. But I'm kind of curious, like, I don't know, what's your side of that? Why'd you claim those videos?
I claim the videos, specifically for Spinling, because here's the thing. With fair use, I get it. I don't like videos with using a ton of my content, implying things that, like, you know, quote, "I like to diddle kids," and things like that. Spinling's one of those individuals who, I guess, big shout out to him, because he worships you, dude.
Was he saying that you diddle kids?
Oh my god. Well, implying that I have child exploitation material is technically not the same thing, but it might as well be. So
is that over Daisy's destruction? Is that what that is?
Yes. I'm so tired of that. I've made like 3 videos about not only explaining the myths and around it and like the true crime aspect of it, but like explaining here's why I don't have it and how I'm not a criminal mastermind that can just avoid jail.
Okay. But as far as the actual, I mean, fair use, like it's not, you would have been more in the right for like filing a defamation lawsuit if you think they lied rather than DMCAing their stuff, because they were, I mean, legally in terms of like fair use, like they can use a bunch of your content if it's repurposed.
That kind of just falls on my lack of education on how to use that shit. I honestly don't care about what he said. It's more or less of how my footage is being used and being taken out of context to, defame me. So I guess,
Right. Well,
I mean, if I made a mistake there, I made a mistake there. But to my knowledge, I was doing the right thing.
Well, I guess to give you knowledge, fair use is not fair use has nothing to do with defamation. It's not really, unfortunately, for you, I guess it's not really up to copyright holders how their content is used, as long as it's transformative. Technically, in terms of copyright, they're in the right. Now, if Spindling defamed you in some way or lied about you, specifically, and you can show that they intended to do that, you can, of course, file a defamation lawsuit against them. And if you think you're in the right, I mean, you'd probably win. I don't know how old Spindling is, but
that's a lengthy and expensive process.
True.
For someone who is literally just not going to stop anyway. It's so petty at that point.
Well, if you file a defamation lawsuit, they probably will stop. But as far as fair use, I mean, legally speaking, you are in the wrong for that.
And as far as that guy goes, and then fine, if it bounced back, he got his thing. And honestly, like I said, I dropped the little bit of screenshots of him being a POS that he claims that I lied about all that. And then that's all the attention I truly wanted to give him. Because the way I see him is just an annoying orbiter with toxic tendencies.
What did he do, I guess, would be the question.
Okay, so, oh my God, dude. Okay, so he has like, I don't know, he's on like his 5th Twitter now. I'm not the only one who's reported a few things. He's denied doxing me. That was part of the issue. I know it would be brought up. He posted my docs on a few of them, including one with my legal name. Stan was one of his alts. And then I'm not talking about my first name being my docs. I'm talking about like addresses and things like that would be reposted. And then he would repost like content of his own and then saying, Spindling gang, things like this. So perhaps he has plausible deniability to say, oh, well, that's not me. It's, a fan and I don't control that. Fine. It's very unlikely given his behavior that everybody can see. All you got to do is go on Twitter.
So you're saying that he posted your address?
Oh, yeah. He's reposted my address. Granted, it was an older address. Yes.
Was it like included in some other information, or was he just posting like this is his address?
It was with my name and things and I was being tagged in it. I'm actually trying to go sift through my Gmail. I don't organize or delete things to see if I can get the reports that I filed against those accounts that were his, because it was mostly done on Twitter. And beyond
do
that,
you know that it was him though? I guess is my question. Like, because I mean, anyone can make an account, right?
Yeah, I have screenshots actually proving at least one of them was him. I guaranteed one of them. It was called like Based Pedos Win or something. He had a blacked out John Swan picture. And yeah, I have a screenshot of him. Yeah, dude. Okay. And I have a picture of it saying like him saying, oh, this is my alt, follow my main Spindling, etc., etc. I didn't take a whole bunch of screenshots of him posting my docs. I just reported them and said, "Get at this point, this guy's just weird and small. He's not going to stop." So I figured it was that.
Right.
But I have a very strong brigade against me. So people like to sponge onto that. Dogpiling is pretty popular, especially when I'm a pretty easily targetable individual given my content.
I guess my main concern, off the bat, I'm not trying to do a gotcha thing, which is why I'm asking you, is the whole
I appreciate it.
Like from the onset, like I don't think we ever interacted, and I didn't really take personal offense to it or anything, but you were like, Jerky Tom's a piece of shit, and that's why he doesn't have a Twitter account, and I was like, I was kind of confused by that,
Oh, I want to talk about that if you don't mind for a minute.
Yeah, sure, we can talk about it.
Just for like a second. And that was part of like how I try to email you with it. I'm not the best with articulation, I'll admit. I did you dirty by doing you in a way that people do me, by taking the surface of what people have shown me with it. I'm like, oh, that's him. Looking into you. And then some actual fans of yours mutual fans of ours, I should say, have talked to me. And I actually did my research and I went, oh, I've done that a few times with knee-jerk reactions. And that's kind of what I did out of just looking at the surface, like I said, of what was shown to me. And then, of course, I was like, okay, what's his nuts was trying to weaponize you like an animal against me, apparently. I'm salty, but dick riding content creators that are larger just to try to sick them on others is kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it came across more like, I think that that creepy reading feels like kind of like unheard in this drama. And that's why he
when he literally,
I mean, the thing is like, I don't totally blame him, and I think that you know, I'm not really one to advocate for censorship, but I get why. I mean, based on his video, it seems like, you know, he's at least under the impression that you had a bunch of gore in your Discord and you weren't checking people's ages before showing them videos of
You
people
lied
dying.
though.
What do you mean lie?
The thing is, there's quite a few hypocrisies here, like contradictions in his own words. Like my videos that I have made against him, which are very few, have used his own words, and multiple times he stated these various things. Like one, he was autoplayed into this video, then it changed into one video, then now he's never watched any of them. Someone else did, and it's like okay. And then on top of it, I have screenshots of a very popular detractor of horror content creators who ended up being an infamous dark web who joined his Discord. Now, hold on. I'm not trying to imply that he's anything. I have out of spite and not being a dick. We've thrown insults back and forth, but I wanted to really keep this a matter of fact.
Okay.
This individual is a very manipulative individual. They go by Ripper. What they do is they make little mixtapes. Those are popular in the gore communities where, you know, just compilations, except their twist is adding child material into it. So it's obviously illegal.
Yeah.
Now, at the time, this person wasn't doing that. But what they were doing was soapboxing because I banned them, kicked them, and outed them for some very shady behavior. Kind of feel like TCR got manipulated into this because TCR's own words said I was going to be part of another video, but then he decided to solely focus on me. This was back in 2021 when my content was uncensored. There was uncensored content. By the way, there was no like trading of gore. It was just the same you see on YouTube, but some of it would be uncensored. That stopped after 2021. Patreon took my Patreon down and I worked with agents to get it. Then in the end of February of 2023 is when he went on Twitter and announced, oh, it was me. And he said somehow he was baited into it by me. And it's like, I never heard of you.
I guess my question is like, what does this other random dude have to do with like the claims against you?
Which other random dude? There's a few.
Well, the guy that joined his Discord that was making these weird mixtapes, like that guy isn't that creepy reading, right?
You're right. I kind of went off track there.
No, it's all good.
With him, he soapboxed against me like damn near word for word what TCR's claims were. Then what TCR's moderator joins my server for over a year, while all this was happening anyway, allegedly. Then TCR joins it shortly, 3 months before February, so that'd be November, and didn't report the Discord to do all this. It seemed to me that it was more about the content and money, and especially after he made these two statements, and really I don't feel I need to defend it beyond this. The first statement was, I allowed Plague Moth to exist in the community for too long, and the second one was, look back when PewDiePie said the N-word, all the money started disappearing from us, and that's what Plague Moth is going to do too.
I mean, as far as the second statement, as far as an Adpocalypse, like I feel like that is a somewhat valid concern for content creators where, let's say, I mean, you've already been written about in, I think it was Vice or something, wrote a little bit about you.
Yeah, I was in Vice. Yeah, there was another article, I think, too, but Vice was the bigger one.
So I guess the question would be like, let's say the Wall Street Journal or someone like that publishes some article saying that YouTube has this guy on the platform who reacts to gore and there's ads on it. Obviously, if any company like Coca-Cola or, you know, anyone who's selling anything that isn't gore content, right? Anyone who's selling anything that has like a mainstream appeal, if they found out that their stuff was on your videos, and they would probably tell YouTube off, and that could potentially lead to, you know, the journalists negotiate with advertisers, or they contact them and they're like, hey, this is on, you know, your stuff's being shown on gore reaction videos, and then they say something to the effect of, oh, well, hey, YouTube, we're going to negotiate for a lower rate. And so as a result, what's going to happen is basically another Adpocalypse happens where every YouTuber makes less money as a result of the journalists reporting on you. And so I think he basically sees you as a liability to the YouTube community. And I'm not advocating for your ban right now, but I don't totally disagree, I guess.
Well, there's a few problems with it. One, my content has drastically shifted up till recently when I decided to bring a few things back. But honestly, I'm not monetized. I get sponsorships. Individual companies deciding to sponsor whoever is their own decisions.
Like you mean your channel isn't monetized, or?
I have never been monetized, homie.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay, so that's a problem. Those ads aren't mine. That's YouTube being YouTube. Unless it's a sponsorship. I do all my shit on premium content, which has been censored since 2021, and it's not all reactionary. I try to do documentaries more than anything. I've shifted my content drastically. And why have no other content creators who've done exactly the same kind of content been mentioned or targeted? Disturb Reality is a homie of mine, but he does the same damn thing. There's other people who are straight up selling gore out of Reddit, and those things have still continued.
I assume it's because
And
you're the
none of those
biggest, probably, right?
well, oh, hold on. I guess so. Is that really a meaningful way to attack someone, especially if you've known about this for over a year and you just sat on it for content? Then on top of it, he made some really lowball statements about my family, and which I'm not talking about just boohoo insults. I mean, like, and I mean this in a way of, how do I put this in a way where it sounds like I'm not just talking mean words. I'm talking, you make statements like, basically my, medically dependent daughter can basically fucking kick it because we're death dealers. Like, fuck you, dude. You're very aware that I made, this is how I provide for my family. I have children. I have things here. My content has grown. Yes, it has been pretty exploitive, and people are aware of that. Advertisers are aware of that. Individual companies are aware of that. YouTube is aware of that. I have talked to YouTube teams to try to get my monetization back. I've talked to a lot of people up there, and they're like, nah, I mean, you can stay on YouTube. Your content's fine otherwise, but it's just not monetizable. I'm like, okie dokie.
So I guess they're letting you use it as like a video hosting place and nothing else, really.
I mean, I'm making them money, and it's just the views. I don't get the money what they get, whatever they get, because they put ads on my content anyway. They're not obviously worried about it. And to be honest, a few of the things specifically can be found uncensored on YouTube right now.
I guess as far as you mentioned, you said my content's exploitative. Do you have any sort of I don't know, do you have any sort of like reservations about that morally, about the fact, I mean, you were basically paywalling videos of people dying. Obviously, like, people are paying for your reaction, but if they're paying for the Patreon, then they're explicitly paying to see, the uncensored gore. I guess in my mind that strikes me as kind of fucked up, but I'm curious what your
that was, to be fair, I was guilty of that in 2021. Yeah, totally, because they would pay then, and that was Patreon, but that was removed. I started a new Patreon, and it was completely different. What people pay for on there is typically Discord access, the merch discounts, and then the bonus videos. I put bonus videos up, and then like large documentary videos. Like I said, that last Iceberg, the finale of it was an hour and a half long. That's a full movie length documentary.
Yeah.
Like, that's what people are like. They're not signing up for uncensored gore, period.
So when bringing up the Discord, I guess one of the accusations made by, I guess, really That Creepy Reading is the main one I can think of. The basic accusation is that you guys changed the model so that while you didn't have the gore on Patreon, you moved it to Discord so that you could, still make money through the Patreon, but then you could just put the gore on Discord. And he had a bunch of screenshots. I mean, I assume unless he totally fabricated them, which I don't think he fabricated them. You did have.
They were just cropped. You can actually, okay. I don't have them with. Have them. I just don't have them. Like, I should have had them at the ready, but I really didn't know what to expect here.
Fair enough.
If I don't have them now, I'll show you. But they're dated to 2021. That was the thing. Yeah.
So 2021 is when you had the gore, is what you're saying on the disc.
Correct. That was a well-known thing, and I was not the only one. Doesn't make it right, but you know what I mean. Like, again, I was punished and had to redo everything from the ground up. My premium content went from all 100% income to 0, and I had to restart and do everything, and I did.
So
now the reason my
Patreon got taken, sorry, I'll let you finish. Actually, sorry.
I'm sorry too. The reason my Patreon got taken down was honestly a negligence with this agent. And by the way, I've talked to them recently, and they're reinvestigating my case and they still are. It's been over a month, because here they would have to join the Discord and see proof that this was all happening. I have well over 100 people at the time were going out saying, no, we're all in the Discord. That's not what's happening. I had over 4,000 people in the Discord. How come only him and his friends are these witnesses from screenshots of 2021, which were conveniently posted to Kiwi Farms way back in the day? I hear what you're saying, and there's some valid claims about it being kind of risque, but at this point, like, you can graze my content. If you go watch anything over 15 minutes on my channel, it's like, oh, there's a huge shift change. The most intentionally insensitive thing I have, something called gore miss, where it's satirically insensitive, and it's still mild. I'm too nice to be edgy.
So I guess what you're saying is that you used to sell the gore, but you don't sell it anymore. So in your mind,
I used to sell my content with uncensored gore as part of the thing. To say I sold uncensored gore would be totally bullshit in a way to that phrasing, because what's usually implied with that statement is, because this dude is implying that I'm like, okay, well, you pay me, I give you gore video. When, by the way, you could literally go anywhere on the internet, including Reddit, and go find anything I've covered. Typically, anything that's not like that covers illegal content, you could still Google and do homework on and make a true crime video like I do. That's why I'm salty about it. It's like there's so many petty phrasings around it to paint me as this like monster. And I mean, you can say I'm exploitive, but hey, dude, one, I'm not a pedo, and I'm tired of that being implied too.
Pedophile thing, from what I understand, comes from the Daisy's destruction thing. I think the claim I've seen is that I've seen some claims, some that you intentionally and some that you unintentionally watch Daisy's destruction. Which, for those in the audience who don't know, Daisy's destruction is it's a snuff film made by a guy named Peter.
It's not a film.
It's not?
I got it. No, no child dies in it, and you can Google that too. The child lived. She's actually alive. The thing about it's a child exploitation film. It is violent. It's like a clip. The thing about it is it gained worldwide notoriety because of a guy named Peter Scully, as you were going to say. He was arrested, and because he was the first individual to try to commercialize what is called hurtcore, which is violent pornography.
Yeah,
it exceeds the boundaries of pornography. Well, obviously it's illegal when it comes down to kids, and that's what that guy did. It being commonly tossed around as a creepypasta is part of the reason that I've ever brought it up, is because I've done a lot of homework on the thing. You can literally read about this in a lot of different places. It's talked about a lot. And the story has so many myths around it, but it's pretty clear cut.
Gotcha. Sorry, my chat is like off for some reason. Maybe YouTube shut it off because like people were saying the word gore all the time, but for some reason
maybe I got a lot of people who hate me. Maybe shit. I'm sorry. I have a very strong advocacy desire for victims, because it's like, I'm not trying to soapbox like boo-hoo me. I was victimized too. That's half my motivation for trying to I want to cover up to get the word out there that this happens.
Mm-hmm.
The right words, not there was 50 chainsaws being juggled and babies were put in blenders.
Right.
Wait.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why the chat just like died, because it's not even like no one's typing, like it just stopped for some reason.
I accidentally seen part of the trailer and I thought it was like part of the real thing while I was cruising around on 4chan back in the day.
Right.
It's commonly thrown around even on Twitter nowadays, and unfortunately someone who is still spurging, I have them blocked, sent the trailer, the very same thing that everybody's boo-hooing about, which is, it's horrible anyway. I've only seen like the first 2 seconds when it autoplays. That's the whole problem.
Right.
But that guy sent it to TCR. He sent it to my wife. He sent it to a lot of people. I filed a report on him, and I filed a report with the internet cyber tips, just because it's like, wow, dude, like, no, it's gross.
Sorry,
That's my experience with that shit.
I'm so perplexed.
I don't know.
The chat is just off. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's back now? It looks like it's back now. Maybe I just couldn't see it on my end, but whatever. Okay, that was not my fault, guys.
He's in your chat crying, too. There he is. There it is.
So I guess I'm sorry. I somewhat was zoned out just from the particular thing we were saying, because I was, worried about the chat or whatever. So are you saying you've never seen Daisy's Destruction? You saw a trailer on accident? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Peter Scully made a trailer for it. It was part of it is actually played in the 60 Minutes special. But whatever this guy was throwing around, it's like I guess the full trailer or something. I'm not about to find out. All I know is I saw it starts with the kids running towards the girl, and I'm like, nope. If you don't have your autoplay settings turned off on Twitter, you should do that. I had to make a new account. Okay. I consider the experience traumatizing. People come to find out that I actually don't watch gore for pleasure or watch it unless it's like, oh, this cartel video happened, I'm gonna do a video about it.
I guess as far as the pleasure thing, the most disturbing thing a lot of people seem to bring up is your 99 Stomps video, which I think I actually haven't seen it, but everyone said it's you laughing at a girl getting her head stomped in. Is that real?
They're full of shit. It's up on YouTube, dude. I can link it to you later or whatever.
What actually happened?
I have a reaction where I go, oh, and their whole gripe is that I counted the stomps out of pure curiosity. I didn't go, let's do this, and I start laughing. I go, damn. And TCR wants to twist the tone by going, oh, it's stopping the clip right when I say, oh, damn.
Okay.
It's just what it is.
So you're saying you did not enjoy watching it, because it kind of, from that account, it seems like you're like some kind of fucking psycho.
No, that I agree with you. That's weird.
Okay.
Can I bring something up too for this dude who is so morally on his high horse? I have never gotten a response from him on this, and I would like to ask him this.
Okay.
Okay. Why, to your self-proclaimed teenage audience, TCR, did you post a jerk-off story where you told your mom? Why did you allow goring your own Discord?
He told his mom that he jerked off?
Homie, I'm about to pull something up that's about to blow your goddamn mind. This is something else. Hold on. I have this saved, on my phone just in case. You never know when you need the I jerked off in front of my mom's story, signed TCR.
In front of his mom?
Well, I mean, he told her about it while he was.
That's crazy.
I don't know where he really gets his moral high horse from. He's a total hypocrite, but hold on. It's still on his Tumblr. I told my mom I was jerking off. So my mom walks in my room and asks, what are you doing? And I instantly think to myself, I gotta do some work. Blurg. By the way, what's a blurg? Tired, don't make me get up. But nonetheless, I respond with, nothing. I'm trying to fix my sleeping schedule. I'm tired and my goal is to make it to 5 p.m. today. Mom's, oh, okay, so you're staying up till 5? Yeah, why do you ask? No reason, I just got home and wanted to check on you. Oh, in that case, I was just jerking off too. Mom says, ... door shuts. Hashtag TCR, hashtag jerking off, hashtag mom, hashtag creepy reading.
Okay.
Are we really gonna hop on a high horse and call me a weirdo? I mean, are we really gonna do this right now?
In fairness, apparently it is old. I would still say, I mean, look, both of you are weird. You're probably weirder though, just for the gore thing alone, right? Just because that is, I mean, that is pretty.
But it doesn't make me
pretty
a
twisted.
fucking pedo, and it also doesn't mean we need to go on a crucifixion crusade. It's so horrible.
Yeah.
There's so many things else we could pick on, but I'm in no way harming anybody. In fact, in all this exploitation and all this stuff, what about the victims, right? What about their families? Do you know whose families have thanked me? Who have reached out?
I'm unaware.
So the families of Ronnie McNutt, the families of Shuab Islam, that kid who killed himself, the KSG, I'm sorry, Shotgun. Both their families have reached out to me and thanked me. Ronnie McNutt's mom watched my documentary.
I have a question about Schwab out of curiosity, if you don't mind, and then we can...
Absolutely. I love clarifying about his case.
My question is that, because I want to do a video about that particular dude, is that post that he supposedly made, it was like a post that he sent to someone on R9K that was like his graphic description of how he wants to do a school shooting. Is that real or is that fake?
I believe that one's actually real. He had some sketchy stuff like that, but it didn't go too far, thankfully. Gotcha. I don't really know what to say. Apparently with his cousins are the ones who reached out, and they said, you know, basically thank you, because their family doesn't really talk about it. They kind of shut down the whole thing, and it's really sad. His whole thing, he was just unmanaged depression, like purely, and he wasn't involved with that Reiko dude at all. They never spoke.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got. I'll tell you what.
But Reiko yells at me. It's wild.
Reiko? Well, there's a bunch of fake ones too. I think I talked to the real guy. I had an interview, I think, with him. I think it was the real one. Anyhow, here's my next question, I guess, and this wasn't something I posed from the start because I wasn't planning on it, but we're kind of at the end of my knowledge about the situation as far as stuff that I have in my brain. How would you feel about if I tried to get that creepy reading or spindling on individually to try and have a conversation? I'll moderate. I'll make sure you guys don't yell at each other. I'll have you guys like give your statement one by one and have a conversation. Are you cool with that?
Honestly, not spindling. It's a waste of time, but TCR, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
what are me and TCR really going to do?
I don't know. That's my question. What are you gonna do? So, I don't know. I'm gonna message him. I really don't even.
At this point, yeah. Honestly, I mean, he's been watching the chat. At this point, if he wants to stop it and stomp it out here, this would be the time.
I mean, that's kind of the way I see it. It's like I've seen this drama go on a little bit here and there.
Fortnite blows.
Fortnite rocks.
I'm not kidding though. It does. I have a code. I love Fortnite.
He says he's gonna get to his PC.
Yeah, Fortnite will pay me.
Do you get paid a lot from the Fortnite code? Should I do that? Is that worth it?
You should do the Fortnite code. I swear to God, it saved me a little bit. In this time, it saved me.
Gotcha. Well, I guess in the interim while we're waiting, let me know when you're on. He says he's gonna get on his PC. My question would be, do you have any kind of reservations about the fact that like your main income stream is making money off this pretty, like, I don't know, it's kind of a wacky way to make money, especially when you have kids. Like, I feel like for self-preservation it'd be better to like diversify and make money off something else, you know?
That's also what I've been trying to do as well. It's also part of the reason, you know, I make documentaries. This gore reaction, I don't know. I mean, nobody seems to want to go to my channel. I hear a lot of people talking, you know, I've never watched them, but...
Okay, gotcha. So you think it turns people off from going to your stuff?
Yeah, I think that's more of the case. I don't think I'd have almost 500,000 subscribers if it was this evil thing, and especially there's mutuals between the two of us and our audience as well. It's just interesting.
All right, I'm gonna make a group chat so we can have this.
I'm here.
All right, so I'm gonna ask that I guess I'm gonna ask that you guys don't yell at each other if you can avoid it. As funny as that is. I guess TCR, you seem like you had some questions or statements to talk about in chat. You were responding a lot. You were saying this is not true, that's not true.
Yeah, a lot of what this guy says is just not
so
true.
I guess I'm curious to hear if you could start. We can kind of go point by point. If you have a claim, we can try to dissect it. If you have something you want to talk about, we can. You know what I mean?
So one, I paid for the server in 2022, right after I discovered my first video of Moths that I had ever seen, 99 Stomps. That story
you
is
said
never
it was
changed.
Amber Alert, and then you said you didn't watch it.
No.
Which one is it? I have you on camera saying that with your own voice. I proved that in both my videos. So
Brady, I saw both your videos.
And then you should know that, and you should probably understand what you say with your own words.
I saw multiple videos you made, man. The first one
I would
I
love
saw
to
was
watch
99
this, but here's the thing. What do you want?
I already got it. You're just not shutting the fuck up.
You won't get my name out of your dick sucker on Twitter.
You've been tweeting about me every day, dude.
I said I smoked all your weed, which I know you smoked dirt, so you know that's not true. Yes, and I'm going to continue to say I smoked your weed. You fucked over my income out of pure jealousy because you admitted it. You took income from my child, motherfucker. No shit.
I mean, why are you
what?
allowed? You're screaming right now?
Oh my god.
Let's take that chill pill.
Oh my
Let's
god.
go over this one by one.
Okay, cope, motherfucker. Answer the question then.
Well, you're seething and yelling
and
you got what you
okay, TCR, can we avoid the you're mad? Can we talk about stuff? Let's just talk about what's happening.
I mean, I'm trying to
in front of your mom, dude, and let a pedophile run muck in your Discord.
Okay, Plague Moth, before you say that, let's talk about what we talked about before. Let's not get to the ad hom, the Discord pedo. I don't know what happened there.
Did he die?
I'm literally trying to respond, but I can't.
Just everyone. Okay, TCR, just respond. Just respond right now without the ad hom.
I'll try no ad homs. The first off is that he said that I did this out of jealousy. I didn't. I'm not jealous of the Gore guy's income. I probably would rather die than have his.
Then why?
Income. You were selling like snuff R73,
you didn't prove it. You did not prove it. Beyond 2020. Why didn't you take screenshots in 2022? Why were the screenshots dated 2021?
I got screenshots from 2022 in my video of patrons in your server asking mods where to get the uncensored Gore videos.
People that were kicked that you fucking sent in there, or whoever sent in there and got ignored. So where was the actual proof of the Gore links, though?
Bro,
you said you had proof of the Gore links in your Patreon.
If you're just gonna scream, why am I responding?
Can he? Okay, answer the facts then.
I can't answer you if you.
Okay, TCR, just you can answer now. You can answer.
All right, cool. Like I said, he's saying that I sent those people in there. Proof. I didn't know about him in early 2022. How is that proof that I stole Gore? That's circumstantial. You said yourself your mods linked in 2022. My mods didn't say shit. The only one that did was a kid named Wet Johnson, who was never a mod. All right, give me 2 seconds.
To my moderator.
You want screenshot? We got Dreth who said it. We got Knee who said it. We got
they said there was Gore in 2022. They said there was Gore in 2023.
Yes.
No. Okay. So out of context screenshots in my general chat that you pay for some reason. Do you have proof that I sold Gore beyond 2021 in your allegation? Do you have proof of that?
I mean, you sold it to me and I saw it for myself.
Okay, but do you have proof of that? Because you're the only one allegedly. You and your handful of friends. Do you have proof that I sold this Gore beyond 2021? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Homie, is this an interrogation? Or
at this point, kinda, I want an answer to the question. That's the only question I've asked you beyond why did you jerk off in front of your mom and tell your audience? And
okay, can we not talk about the jerk off mom thing? That is funny, but I feel like it's not a big deal.
It's a Tumblr post from 20
it's just some cringy. Okay, it's just some cringy story.
Yeah,
let's talk about
when I was a teen.
First one was why you attacked my income, and the second one was yes or no. Do you have proof that I did this, or are you just riding the fucking train still?
Okay, so the question will be the question, TCR, is why did you go after his income?
Okay, because he was selling like the snuff. Have you guys heard of Snuff R73?
Second question was, did you have proof? And you said yes, but you said no. You have out of context screenshots.
Am I allowed to talk, or is this guy just gonna like talk over me the moment I start talking?
You can talk.
Answer that. We're not going to talk about what Snuff R73 is. It's war footage of children. Yes.
I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to talk, dude.
You're trying
TCR, just go.
Okay, so he was part of the gore videos that he was selling. One of them was Snuff R73 reacting with Cold Raven, where he is literally watching a video of what appears to be like a mutilated baby after some sort of bombing or something. Like its legs are barely attached. Yeah, I had a strong emotional negative reaction to seeing some of your uncensored videos, like with Funky Town Redux, where you literally talk about how funny it is when the guy gets his vocal cords cut and it makes his voice high pitched. I found that to be incredibly. You are literally selling cartel execution merchandise on your merch store on your Twitter right now, and you're talking about how you're. No, that is the reason why. That is my reason, because you were selling videos involving children being hurt and murderlated,
but it's interesting because that video never made it to my Patreon. It was there and it was taken down.
It was on your Discord, dude. How did I get it?
And yes, because you pulled the fucking screenshot in 2020 from 2021.
2022.
So what happened in 2022 and 2023? We were in my Discord. How come none of those screenshots are dated for them with those links in them? Can you answer that question?
They are, though. Like, I showed a lot of screenshots. Like,
you showed a lot of screenshots, but none of the links with those dates. Why?
I mean, literally, there are screenshots of your mods. I mean, give me a second.
No. I answer the question. Why?
Homie, you're not interrogating me. You can shut the fuck up. You can ask me questions, but this is not an interrogation, dude.
Oh, buddy, you were trying to turn it around, but you can't. You're dodging a question that's very,
I'm
very.
I'm not dodging a question. You're just making it impossible to answer. And when I give you answers, you just say no. That's wrong. Like
your question. Why do you not have screenshots of these links that you allege were in my Discord beyond 2021?
I do, though. I took. Okay,
you said I have mods. So I have screenshots. I have testimony from your mods and other bullshit. So does this make sense?
You don't, though, because you never showed any of that in your video. So
do I need to show you everything?
Yeah,
I mean, do. Like, is it an interrogation? You won't answer the question. The way I look at it, you fucking lost. Okay, you have pictures.
What are you even saying right now, dude?
What are you saying right now?
So I guess just to let chat know, what TCR just sent in our Discord was a picture of. It looks like this is a Funky Town T-shirt that I guess you're selling right now. Is that real, Plague Moth?
Yeah, it's on my Twitter. You ain't lying about that.
I guess my question would be, I don't know, what's your justification for selling something this? I mean, it's just making fun of someone, like a video of someone dying, right? That's what Funky Town is.
Also, the next links he provided here again have no dates. That's from 2021.
Okay, but you said that Snuff R73 never even made it onto the Patreon.
I said it was there briefly and was removed. Yes.
Okay, but that's Discord.
And
why
again,
did
I
you
would like
move
proof
it to Discord?
that you had it in beyond 2021. Do you have proof?
Question: why, if you never took it off of the Patreon, then how did these links get onto your Discord?
They were there in 2021. They were removed after the fact.
Okay, well then,
do you want me to pull out another number of witnesses again, or do you have proof of your claim beyond dateless screenshots? I could even go to say that that's fucking fake, but I'm honorable enough to say it's not because I'm not a pussy. So let me ask you again. Do you, a screenshot here.
That's from my DMs with Dreathrake, where he's saying that he, confirming that the gore room
and my
existed.
Deleted videos from Patreon, as well as the Infinite War. However, the uncensored gore content stopped in 2021 because they were monitoring my content. The very same agent you talked to, Magda, is the same one who shut down my first Patreon, Austin. It's the same thing. So again, do you have screenshots? Yes, I have proof of that. Do you have screenshots proving that these links were in my Discord beyond 2021?
Okay.
No. Do you or do you not? I'm not talking about what someone said out of context.
It's in the video.
Okay, what the fuck? This is what you show. But there's not even dates on this. There's an out of context screenshot. And then there's one with no dates. And then you want to go, oh, he bad because he sells shirt. I don't give a fuck about your opinion of what I sell. I want to know the facts of the matter.
I don't really give a fuck about your opinion, dude.
You reported something under false pretenses because you were upset.
I didn't, though.
Worried about your money. Yes, that's why they're investigating now.
Where does my money come into this? Like, at all? Like, other than the fact that you reacted reacting to gore videos could like lead to another Logan Paul situation.
Oh, really? Because sponsors so fucking care that they continually sponsor me.
Nah, but YouTube advertisers do, and you've been trying to fight the age restrictions.
Are you?
And you won't age restrict your own videos either.
I know you claim to be autistic, but you're not that stupid, right?
So you're gonna call autistic people like stupid? Like you're just gonna make fun of
Okay, come on. That doesn't really matter, TCR. Just like it's just.
I'm just saying,
you stupid.
I can't.
Are you really gonna try to pull the autism card again?
No,
answer the question or you lose the fucking debate. Do you have screenshots proving that the shit was in my Discord?
Do you think like screeching like a monkey? Like I do. I already said that.
Then show them now. Post them.
You're gonna need to give me a second, man.
Just give him a sec. Give him a sec. He's gonna go.
I literally cannot focus with you screaming in my ears, man. So I'm just gonna mute you, and I'm not gonna respond to you anymore. And if Tom wants to ask me a question, he can. You can spurge and quiet.
Keep replying to me beyond a block on Twitter, you pussy.
I can't. It's hard to focus like at all when you have this guy like screaming in your ear. But yeah, specifically, he wanted something proving that the gore room existed. It's kind of hard because he fucking deleted all the evidence that would have proved him one way or the other. But we got plenty of circumstantial evidence of people asking for gore and getting access to it. See, first off, I'd like to take a look at this. This screenshot, I will admit, is from Kiwi Farms right here. This is why it's with an old profile picture. But as you can tell, it's of a lower resolution than the screenshots that I took because I took it on a higher resolution monitor and from a different source. But someone took a full screenshot of the exact message that Moth claims was in his announcement channel, but was actually in a room titled Super Secret Videos. In this here, he says, my Patreon is temporarily down. It's okay because we needed some changes around here. I'm appealing the takedown, and if we have to rebuild it, so be it. If we get the same page back, awesome. Regardless, this will be a new format for Patreon. Tier 1 gets access to the infamous gore and all Patreon exclusive videos. Tier 2, weekly live Q&A, maybe Discord VC, and 100% uncensored gore content. Literally. All access to full mixtape/gore clips and my videos, no restrictions. I will be live on Twitch every Sunday when we move sometime after 08/16/21. I'm just saying, if his Patreon was new in August of 2021 and this like content had been completely scrubbed, I just don't know how I was accessing these links and downloading these videos. If you want to compare the resolution here, because you see that's the one from screenshot from Kiwi Farms.
So I guess your guys' main contention is the date of this actually happening, because I think Plague Moth is saying this is from 2021, but TCR, you're saying this is from 2022 or 3?
Would you like me to prove this?
He didn't stop selling. This was on his page until about, I want to say.
Do you have like a date? I just wish there was a date on the picture.
On the stream, the first stream he did on me, I have an audit log that shows he deleted it literally at 6 p.m. right before he started streaming the first time about me. February.
He deleted 28th. What? The gore room or something?
There was no gore room.
The super secret video room had several different layers of like stuff in it. First off, there was the censored videos that had been likely removed from YouTube. There were the uncensored videos, some of which were actually like kind of benign, like the Asimov crucifixion. That one, from what I understand, is a fake video, but it also had stuff like Snuff R73 of Cold Raven, One Girl 99 Stomps, ISIS Slaughterhouse, Mexican Chainsaw Execution, the Guerrero Flang, and Ghost Rider Revisit. These videos I do have downloaded as evidence on my computer.
They're my old videos.
I have to send like someone. I had to send like an adult his reactions to these videos where he's like literally laughing.
So I guess my question is like, your main contention is just that he didn't stop selling it. Is that the issue?
Yeah, he was selling it. I didn't like, here's the thing. I didn't like know Plague Moth like as a person, right? I just got autoplayed into 99 Stomps, saw a description where he said that he was like, I don't know. In the description, he was saying that he was selling the uncensored version on Patreon. So I wanted to do my due diligence.
So this first screenshot is from...
You can't really tell.
One of them doesn't have a date. It's cropped. It says, why did the super secret channel get removed? And the next one, it says...
That's one's from 20... 21, 22.
This one just has nothing. Before. I just wish there was more around this one because it's just like cropped. And the second one says
a lot of the screenshots are cropped. He deleted the general chat, so you couldn't go through it. But I do have an archive of the general chat from like late December to like the day he deleted everything. So these are all archived. I can send you the full like HTML.
This person's using Discord light mode. That's worse than gore. And the new
NSFL
some
of the people who
tier
send
2
me screenshots are.
Moth said that Discord members get uncensored vids. True. Please add me so I can answer. This person said Patreon member is king. Is this person a mod or something? Who is this?
Yeah. You can tell by the purple name. Anyone with purple names in these screenshots are mods.
So is that person a mod, Plague Moth?
They answered about the iceberg, yes. The first one, Dwayne the Glock, we booted because they're literally a mole. They didn't talk beyond that. They joined and then asked that specifically.
But this other person, you're saying they did, they were a mod. What do you mean by iceberg? What is that?
Most of it's public. It's not gore. It starts with shock content and gets to more depraved shit, and then it goes into full documentaries about the most depraved shit on the internet.
But you were showing, you had like an uncensored version is what you're saying? Like
nope, never.
Not the iceberg.
Never ever, no. That was made way after that.
So what is this in reference to then?
Yeah. Okay. So the gore videos were all uploaded in 2021, and I don't think anything else was added to the gore stuff like since 2021. But he left the gore videos there.
No, I didn't, because I didn't want to have my income taken. I have
while he wasn't dating the list of gore videos, and I didn't know this at the time. I mean, he still was offering the old gore videos. He just moved it from Patreon to Discord.
Then why do all my content say no uncensored gore? Because I was out of fear of my income being taken again after the first round in 2021. Like I said, I require that money and shit for my fucking kid. Insulin's expensive. I pay out of pocket for shit. How is that even like? There's nothing in here. I'm trying to find the screenshot from where these links are. Do you see the links he's had with no dates? I can prove that those are from 2021.
This person said, also to put it bluntly for people who don't know, there's some NSFW content in unknown channel from before Patreon changed rules, but you have to be 18 to use Patreon. Nothing uncensored has been added there. It's just been left there. Now, NSFW, are they talking about porn or are they talking about something else?
I mean, the only thing that was in the video room was, by the way, unknown channel is secret video room. He just deleted the room. So, you know, when you like go back through it, you can't like, it doesn't see the actual room anymore. But like, yeah, what he's referring to is the gore videos that were in the secret video room, the censored, the uncensored, and the NSFL iceberg.
So does he have anything that's not out of context that's dated like I asked? Like, that's ridiculous.
I could have taken bigger screenshots when I was there, but I would have didn't really anticipate this guy openly lying, and I didn't really anticipate him deleting everything and then saying it never existed.
I would have taken screenshots of the gore links with the dates and said, this guy's posting gore in his Discord is what I would have done. Not went to 2021 and started a weird crusade on Twitter. I've not seen anything that's not out of context from Twitter. I've seen even multiple people that could say it's fake. This isn't fake. This is just out of context nonsense. If I could sell uncensored content, I would be making triple of what I would have made, and that's disgusting, but I didn't have a desire. I wanted to grow my content. After my Patreon got taken down, I realized like you got to grow your content, and uncensored shit was not the way to go.
Do you have something you wanted to add that could be reading?
I can't fucking hear him. You got to tell me what he's saying.
I can't do that. That's impossible. You got to just undeafen him or whatever.
Okay, I'll undeafen him when I'm not talking.
I can't repeat everything.
I can repeat it, and it wasn't bad or insulting. Basically, I said there's a lot of allegations while explaining himself, and then out of context screenshots. But what I would have done was taken screenshots of these alleged gore links with dates and said, hey, that's what's going on, versus going on a Twitter crusade with shit from 2021.
I mean, I'm sorry, dude. You deleted all the evidence. Like right after I came out, you deleted all the evidence.
I didn't know you existed until you went on your crusade on Twitter. So that's
right, and that's when you deleted everything. So it's kind of convenient.
But why didn't you take evidence of all this shit happening back then? Why do you only have 2021 still?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah,
I'm not talking out of context shit. I'm talking.
Right, you're getting muted again because you're a dumb shit.
Because you're losing and you can't win.
So to quickly go over that comment, when we're talking about the videos in question, they're all gonna seem like they're from 2021 because he hasn't updated it since 2021. He just kept offering those videos from 2021 well into 2022, with many people still asking and paying specifically to get access. Especially when you got stuff like the Snuff R73 in there.
Nobody's looking for that. Like that's on Reddit.
I mean, like I said. said, the screenshots that I took, you can check the resolutions on them. They aren't like pulled from Kiwi Farms, you know, like you can always check. I got access to the server. Admittedly, I kind of sat on this for like 3 months, I think, because I was working on another project and I needed to get that done. But the moment I was autoplated to 99, I paid for the Patreon. I wanted to make sure that it was real. But, you know, like when I actually saw 99 stomps, it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I went to bed, woke up the next day, basically put myself in the editing dungeon to finish up disturbing anime. And then I went back into working on Dangerously Stupid YouTubers, at which point I rechecked the Patreon. And that's when I started going through the gore videos and seeing if they actually did contain uncensored gore or not. And while some of them certainly did not, there were plenty of them that were, and there were plenty of people in the Discord post 2021 asking for access to the super secret video room. And this can be confirmed by the chat exports, as well as screenshots and people on Twitter testifying that they got access to it.
There's just as many
a lot of his
that
like
they
senior
haven't,
staff,
so.
or not staff, but like a lot of his senior community members have fucking left and have like decided to join mine. I mean, it's just weird, you know. It was like kind of an open secret sort of thing. And I mean, like a lot of the people who defend him like think that it's okay to sell gore and like defend it on that basis. But Moth won't even like agree to the basics of what's being alleged here.
I mean, in a way, he does seem to admit that the fact he sold gore. I guess he's disagreeing with when he stopped selling it, right?
It was in like, yeah, I got like the question I have, right, like, is if we could have proven this beyond a reasonable doubt if he didn't delete the super secret video room,
or maybe if someone screenshotted.
But the thing is, like, you say that, but there's no way for you understand the problem from me and an outsider's perspective is like you say something like that, but you say you could have. I don't know that.
What do you mean?
You say I could have proved it if he didn't delete the super secret video room. I like how am I supposed to know?
That's not what I'm saying. No, I mean I feel like the circumstantial evidence around it is more than overwhelming. I mean, you got people from a server saying that it existed. You have like people all the time, like if you go to my comment section, you know, there are people who are saying that they had access to it. I know Wet Johnson is a guy that he really doesn't like, and he can say whatever he wants about him. But the fact is, Wet Johnson was in that server and was one of his most active members for years.
Moth, not Moth, sorry. Well, no, I guess actually I do have a question for Moth. Moth, my question is, if you admit to selling gore before, why are you so ardent about the fact that you stopped selling it at a certain point? Because
his claim is that I have done this beyond this time and I'm lying about it. And then he also has slyly implied that I have possessed child exploitation material, which is still in all his videos. I have a question. I really, really like you to ask him since he's too much of a pussy. Yeah, there's a question I need you to ask him since he's too much of a pussy to answer for me. How come he did not take any screenshots of all these links if they were in my Discord beyond that? Because I'm not aware of this. This is like I've been trying to say this for a long time now. All I'm seeing is 2021, and I've already said that.
Well, yeah, the gore videos are from 2021, dude. But you left them up there till 2023, and then you deleted the room that would have proved you.
But you don't have proof. But no, you don't have the proof, and burden is on the accuser. You don't have proof. This is circumstantial.
I got proof. You deleted the room.
But
the proof he deleted the room is not proof that it was in there. I guess is my.
I guess what I'm saying is
that you have this fucking premium content away. That was
I'm
not.
I'm just gonna mute him again.
You should not.
Yeah, I mean,
you should not mute him.
People say I can't.
What room?
I can't talk when he's screaming into my ears
every time he
words into my sentence.
Well, I'll tell you what. I want you to
and you don't tell him to stop either. So I can either talk and explain myself, or you can moderate.
Could I ask you one thing, Tom, and I'll shut up for a second?
Okay. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask that you unmute him. I will try to let you explain, and then I'll have him respond. Okay.
Because like I need to be able to finish my thought before I get interrupted.
Okay.
Because if I don't, I just look stupid.
So before you interrupt, let's let TCR finish his statement. TCR, you were saying that he deleted the super secret gore videos room. You know when he deleted it, and to you that's circumstantial evidence that it was in there. Is there anything else you wanted to say on that point?
Yeah, because there's also like tons of people in my comment section saying that they saw it. Of course, I fucking paid for it and saw it myself. And like, you know, like obviously you could say that I got the downloads from other sources. But the point is that like, I mean, I know from my own personal experience that I paid for it. And I know that doesn't really mean jack shit, but it's not like I got a reputation of lying about people. The second thing is that there are people in my comments on Twitter, like all over the place saying that they paid for it and that it was disgusting and that that it was bad. You got like, and it's like the people who like, and anytime anyone comes out and like says that they're like against this shit, Moth just like accuses them of being a pedophile or a predator or like working with predators or being friends with furries.
That is something I wanted to talk about. Moth, it seems like you, if you don't mind me just pitching in here, Moth, it seems like you've called a lot of people pedos. At least that's an impression that a lot of people seem to have. I'm not really sure what that's about, but it seems like you're calling other people pedophiles, including implying that TCR is some kind of groomer or something like that. I guess I'm
literally said he thought I was the nunce on a stream.
So what's up with that?
The only time, and I've actually publicly come out about this on Twitter multiple times, granted my old account got banned, and on stream, the only time I've ever called him specifically a pedo was out of anger, and I have retracted those kinds of statements. However, he has worked with a few, and that's his own fucking problem. Proof? The only time I call about it, Slime Beast.
Well, Slime Beast isn't a predator, and you haven't proven that.
I have, but that's a whole nother ballgame.
No, that is something worth going into. You're saying this guy's a predator. Where's your fucking proof?
So that is a good question. I've heard this Slime Beast. I
provided chat logs where he was 26 years old talking to a 13-year-old on a first name basis. She graduated in 2008. He was 26 years old.
Was he Why did that happen? Something? Okay. Here's my question. Was he sexting her, or was it
He also was claimed to know her on a real life basis, as well as favorite all of her weird images and lolicon. Do you have a stance on lolicon?
It doesn't. You never showed proof of that. That's not in your video. You showed like a woman drawn with like a flat chest, but like just because you're
I'm sorry I couldn't show her pussy. I know you're a fucking weirdo like that.
I'm ace. I don't watch porn.
Okay, so before you guys interrupt each other, so TCR, you're saying that
this is irrelevant though.
Zero proof.
Okay, so I'm trying.
There's no proof. It's in my own video where I have Slime Beast defend himself, and honestly, that guy can defend himself way better than I ever could. There's no proof. Like all Moth has is that the dude liked the fucking picture 15 years ago, and
like lolicon, that's enough for me.
He doesn't. He's ace. Okay. He doesn't watch porn.
Oh, so him liking the picture is okay. Ace isn't a fucking.
It's not lolicon, you dumb shit.
Okay. So what?
This shit's irrelevant to me. My fact of the matter is, does he have proof of these links being in my Discord beyond 2021?
That is.
I'm not going back. I'm not going back to that. We can't. We're at an impasse.
Okay, so as far as that particular situation with the links in the super secret gore videos room, I guess where we can leave it off on that note before we move on would be TCR. You're saying that you saw it. A lot of other people saw it. To your audience, that's the circumstantial evidence of you having all collectively seen it is enough for you to say that yes, it was in there. But obviously,
his own mod. No. Even further than that, I have some of his mods in my Patreon server right now who have told me that it was in there, and it's kind of fucked up that he's lying.
Can you tell me the names of some of those mods?
I made a promise that I would not reveal any identities because Moth has a tendency to like.
I guess
the
problem the problem with that is that
I know that's just kind of my word, but like
that is the problem with it. It's like I understand. I think you have good intentions, but it's like if the mods.
I understand that, but I'm just saying if you were part of that community, if you paid at a tier 2 level, you would have had access to it. It's
but I'm just saying, like, unless
you had the same videos though, so how's that true?
Unless I'm like your dad, like there's no reason for me to necessarily believe that because
but there is like mods. Tons of people in the comment section and on Twitter who are like, yeah, this room was there, but I think it should have been allowed to be there. Like people who are on Moth's side who are saying the gore was there, but it's okay.
It strikes me as I feel like there should be one screenshot at least. Don't you understand where my problem is with that? Like I feel like there should be one.
I mean, like I said, there is. It's just like it's not like people are retaking the same screenshot every year that it's up. Okay, right. So it's just that one from 2021, but it's not like that was deleted until February 2023 when he deleted the entire room before he went on live stream showing that the room never existed minutes after he deleted it.
Okay, so I guess
because his original claim was that the room never existed. Now there was no gore in that room, and it's changed. Moth, and that's the thing that frustrates me.
I'd like to let you respond, and then we can move on from this particular point because it seems to me like you guys you're not gonna get one way or the other.
Because he's not going to He's not going to admit to the basic facts to the situation because it will make him look bad.
So Plague
How about we call a fucking truce and stop it? Because I'm tired. I have better things to do.
Sorry, TCR, do you have him muted?
Yeah, I do.
Can you unmute him? I promise I will try to moderate you guys.
Okay.
So what Plague Moth just said is that he would like to call a truce on this particular issue because he feels that it's unproductive. Would you be willing to end the issue on the gore room, because you guys seem to disagree, but there's no proof for your side directly. So I guess what he's asking is for you to not talk about it anymore, and then you can stop shitting on each other.
Period. I'm talking about from me as well. Do you want to shut the fuck up about each other and move on? Jokes and all.
I mean, homie, I tried
trolling and all. Don't put blame on it. I asked you, can you just answer the question like man?
I'm not gonna give you a lesser no, so you can like sit the fuck down and listen, because you're not gonna get that. What's gonna happen is
okay, Plague Moth. Let's let TCR give his statement, because you asked a question.
Yeah.
We'll let him respond.
Well, his statement seemed to be quite aggressive.
I'm not gonna.
Well, I understand it. It might be aggressive, but I just want to let him respond, and then you can say what you want. You're gonna sit your white ass down and listen, okay?
Yes, Daddy.
So, like, I when all this drama came out, like, obviously when it first happened, I kind of hit the ground running with a lot of this stuff. I was fueled by emotions. I got really upset because I had seen a few child and like baby videos that this guy was selling, and yeah, I went on the fucking warpath. I thought that this guy might have been so sick that he would have actually owned a, like, what I believed to be at the time a snuff film involving children. Obviously, I didn't do my research, and I apologize for that in my video.
So are you admitting that?
Leaving
just to stop you for a sec. Specifically, the thing about Daisy's destruction. Would you say that was wrong?
I would say that as a reporter, right, as someone who's reporting on the situation, I should have did more due diligence when talking about this subject, because it's more nuanced than that.
Okay.
Because when it comes to Daisy's, Moth has been contradictory with his statements on it, and I thought contradiction immediately meant like liar.
But it doesn't.
He's hiding. It doesn't.
Okay.
What because like originally he said that I had seen it on accident on 4chan. Then it's like I'd never seen it before. And then it like turns into I got all of the footage from DuckDuckGo, but actually I never got it from a news story, but I got it from the 60 Minutes interview. And it's like all of this shit contradicts each other.
So it contradicts
and it makes
itself,
me think that there's more hiding.
But you think that you got that particular thing wrong. Moving on.
No, I honestly just think he was being edgy, and I say that in my video.
Okay, so moving on from that particular thing.
Like, yeah.
The rest of your statement.
I kind of want to. I want to go back to this, right? Because there have been periods of time where like I've tried to ignore this guy for like weeks or like months, and then he'll just like come at me. I was working with his mod Dreth to rectify my issues, specifically getting the Amber Alert video age restricted and 99 Stomps age restricted, and then removing all the minors from his community. Because originally Moth wasn't really keen on removing the minors, because he said that his fan room for his gore videos and reactions was moderated well enough for children to be in there. And I'm just like, if you're an 18 plus content creator, there's like no reason for kids to be there at all. There's just not really any videos that they can watch from Moth should lead them to being a fan. They shouldn't be congregating in a community full of people who watch beheading videos. And I'm not saying that if you watch one out of morbid curiosity that you're bad. I'm just saying that if you're with a community of thousands of other people who watch and are dedicated to a YouTube live reactor whose entire business premise is watching, these gory videos, I just don't really think that there's any reason why someone under the age of 18 needs to be inside participating within that community. And, Moth's mods actually fucking agreed with that. And then Moth got rid of the mods after I worked with them to facilitate some communication. And then Moth out of nowhere makes a video where he claims that I'm like intimidating his mod, that I'm using him to get his docs, and all these other things that Dref said was twisted.
It feels like we're kind of getting in the weeds here. Like you're kind of just.
It's been 6 months of this. I'm just saying that I've tried ignoring him before, and I've tried like being amicable, and I've tried reaching out, and every time I have, he just like tries to find dirt and then make a video.
But now, at least now, maybe this is it.
He's lying. He lies all the time. He still won't even admit to the gore. What makes me think that I should believe him now, especially like when he's been, I don't know, he's like repeatedly calling me an incel pedo defender. And honestly, I would like to go on some of those claims too, because I got the 4th degree over over reporting the gore Discord. So
it wasn't a gore Discord, and the Discord's the same one, and it's still up. What are you
Moth,
talking?
do you watch gore videos? And is this Patreon for your fans?
My Patreon doesn't have. I don't have a Patreon anymore.
Well, was it?
Content has no.
Was
gore
your
on
Patreon for your fans of your gore reaction videos?
Why can you not answer questions?
I can.
No, you can't. Where are the gore links from 2022 and 2023?
We're not talking about the gore links. We're talking about your content.
So you're going to
do you watch gore videos? And if so, do people pay for your Patreon because they're a fan of you watching and reacting to gore videos?
Actually, I'd wager no. I've already answered that question.
So you don't think that your fans are paying for your reactions? They don't. You don't think that they're fans of you because of that?
The 4,000 to 5,000 patrons or subscriber stars or whoever actually were more.
They're not there because they saw a gore reaction video or you talking about a gore situation and then they paid for it.
Documentaries that were there for over a year.
So you think that it's only for the documentaries, nothing else? Like they didn't. They heard about your documentaries and they came to your Patreon. Because they only wanted those documentaries. They didn't see any of your content.
I could supplement your point probably here. So if they're going to my content for gore, why would they pay for it when they can go to Reddit to see the same shit uncensored without
You're missing the point. I'm asking if your content on YouTube is centered around gore.
Sometimes, not
mostly,
all the time.
Mostly, right? Like you're talking about gore, you're talking about NSFL, you're talking about Ronnie your most viewed video is about a guy who killed himself, dude. Like,
correct, and his family thanked me. His mother.
I really don't care, man.
I know.
I mean, honestly, your Ronnie McNutt video, the only disrespectful thing about it is the thumbnail, which I think is incredibly distasteful. But, I mean, obviously you don't, dude. You really shown that you have no shame. Like, I can tell you don't care. But
yeah. So where's the point?
The point is that you make gore videos. There's no reason why kids need to watch that. And there's no reason why those minors should have been in your server, no matter how well moderated it is. Your content is just not appropriate.
Everything has changed by your little request. So what is your problem still, and where are the links that you have proof of?
Well, you changed the point again because I was only bringing that stuff. I was only bringing that stuff up because I've already talked to you about how I tried to resolve things amicably with you, and I don't think that after you've called me a pedophile or a pedophile defender or said I'm best friends with Fergie for the 50th fucking time that we can just say let's bury the hatchet, dude.
Child exploitation material. You and your friends both, including the fucking toe elf.
Proof?
So tell me. Proof? Go on your fucking miserable Twitter.
Proof that
pop another Adderall, go on the Twitter, homie.
I never said that okay. So we need to go back to that a little bit because I haven't been saying that you've owned or had access to daisies since the beginning of the drama.
When you thought that I wasn't getting my channel back and you were quote dancing on my career, but I
never did that though. I said that I hope you get your channel back because false DMCA is bullshit.
Back when you found out the reports came back from Slime, right?
What? No, I woke up and had one of your videos pulled up, dude, while I was editing that one video I made about you. I had the live stream pulled up, and then when I woke up in the morning, the live stream wasn't available because the channel had been terminated.
You want to know something?
And then I took a screenshot of that, and you can check the time. It was before I went to work, and I was like, damn.
Why is your story so mapped out all the time? Every detail to the time, to what you're doing, how you're doing it. I'm surprised you didn't tell me the weather, dude.
I mean, so you're mad that I give evidence and explain myself, and then you're mad that I don't?
So, do you have proof that there was gore in my Discord beyond 2021?
We're not going back to that topic, dude.
Why?
I mean, there's plenty of it. My video's up. Your mods are saying that it's fucking there. Dude, you've been caught dead to rights.
So what's your? No, not really. You're just really dead set on.
I mean, you literally again there's a lot that goes into proving something like that, and I mean, I spent an hour proving that in the video, and most people kind of agree with that.
Where are we going? Like, what do you?
I'm just saying that I don't really have. I don't really care for burying the hatchet with you when you're privacy complaining me, DMCAing me, calling me a pedophile, saying that Slime Beast is a pedophile.
This is a question I wanted to ask, I guess. Moth, I noticed that there seems to be claims from TCR that you're privacy complaining and DMCAing his stuff. Is that real? Did you do that?
The only thing I filed was one DMCA under my own name.
You filed a privacy complaint.
Okay. TCR. Can we let him? Did you file a privacy complaint?
I guess it was whatever one it was. I was trying to get my image out of the picture. I don't care if he uses whatever he says. I just really don't like my private streams and other things that I have deleted. That's actually a violation of DMCA copyright law.
That's not.
What do you mean? I guess my question is, what do you mean private?
I guess I privacy struck him. I don't know. I'm trying to get my images out of his videos because I don't like that. That's weird. You can say whatever you want.
So you don't even know what a privacy complaint is, but you filed one.
So technically,
I'm not sure which one it is because he's switched this up.
How many subs do you have? How the fuck do you not know this?
Legally,
I'm confused myself here.
Legally speaking, Moth, you can't if he uses, unless he posts your address, which even that is not really illegal unless he encourages people to go fuck with you.
Oh, you're talking about that video. No, he just guided his users to my Kiwi Farms thread, which contains my docs. That's why I privacy struck it.
So I forgot about that. A video which guided people to your.
You also claimed the part that showed the cease and desist. Are you planning on acting on that, by the way? Like, do you know what the point of a cease and desist is?
Do you know how the first steps of a cease and desist? I know you have writers because you can't write very well, but do you know what that means?
I mean, I know what a cease and desist is, and I know you can file one, but you do realize that you only file that in preparation for a lawsuit, which you've admitted yourself you don't have the money for and don't plan on engaging in. So you just filed a cease and desist and then got mad that I talked about it.
Who wants to play Fortnite since you won't make your point? I've yet to get an answer to my questions that I've been asking for like.
We're moving on from the gore room, dude.
Are we?
It's a moot point, yeah.
Oh, it's a moot point because you want to win.
Well, we've already yelled at each other for a while and didn't get anywhere. So like I don't really want to go back to just us yelling past each other.
How about you keep my name out of your mouth and I leave you alone too, and then
Homie, you've been calling me a pedophile defender for months, and now that you're getting backlash, now that everyone is turning against you, now that you're losing your mods, now that you're losing your community.
Mods? What are you talking about? What mod? What mod have I lost?
Homie, you'll know.
Oh, I'll know. So you're threatening me again.
I'm not threatening you, man. I mean, what other people choose to do is up to them.
Oh, I'm so terrified.
I'm not trying to terrify you, dude. I'm just saying that you've been here on this crusade trying to paint me as this person who uses autism to deflect from criticism, as someone who
you're also a predator yourself in that aspect. That's ableist as fuck, homie. You call autism a mental illness and a fucking disability on you. It's kind of sad.
All right, so it seems to me like this conversation is not really getting anywhere.
I'm just saying he keeps bringing it back to the gore point. I mean, there's not much I can say. I think that there is enough proof. I've seen it with my own eyes.
I guess I feel like that is the main that is the main thing to talk about. I have one question for you, Moth. Sabox in chat said, "Why did Moth say Scare Theater admitted to downloading Daisy's destruction?" I'm curious what your response would be there.
Yeah, are you gonna sue him too?
I don't know if I said that, but he claims to have known the only source of where it turned up. Supposedly, even though it was widely traded publicly everywhere. A simple Google search of the case can find that out, but maybe he just doesn't know. I don't really care.
The video was made in 2017, dude.
My favorite part is when he said he never watched me, but you threw him in there just for credibility's sake. Because
I threw him in there because that's why I believed you might have had access to Daisies, because you said you saw it on 4chan a while ago, and Scared Theater.
You were hoping to smear hard, dude.
You gotta shut the fuck up. The Scared Theater said that when in 2017, as far as his knowledge, the only time Daisies was leaked was in a downloadable format. So I figured that you thought that there might have been a gore video on 4chan, and you went to go download it, and then you realized that it was more fucked up than it actually was. I mean, that was my theory at the time. Obviously, I admit that's wrong, but I showed that clip prove why I thought that, and then went on to say that I think this guy's just an edgelord who's a liar. So obviously, I'm not saying that you own Daisy. I make it very bluntly clear at multiple points that I say that I don't think you had Daisies, that I don't think you watch it, but that I think you've been contradictory, which you have.
Boy, you have a really weird, endearing way of referring to that shit. So when is this going to end? Is my question. Since
I feel like there's not really any.
I'm doomed. Like I'm guts now, branded by the.
No, just stop calling people a pedophile.
Here's my question. Here's my question for you.
Don't watch my Twitter if you have me blocked. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that's something you could do. You talk about me all the time.
You have a choice.
Yeah, but you
get a choice not to watch
a channel with over 400,000 followers is constantly talking about me, saying that I'm an incel, calling me a predator.
Get rid of me.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna fucking look at the peanut gallery. It's kind of fucking funny.
Oh, but you can't keep your mouth shut, even though you've been begged to yourself.
Buddy, you've been the one who's.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I will let you know now.
Everything I do is reactionary.
Wow, that's what abusers say a lot.
So I'm like, I don't know you. I can't. I'm not your boyfriend, dude. I'm not abusing you.
I would have fucking Adderall-ridden gerbil.
So you're now bringing up the medication, medication. I don't.
Okay, I feel like this conversation is really really getting nowhere. I guess all I can really say is I'd like to see your
maybe another time.
I'd like to see your final.
I just want proof. I would love to see one thing that I would like to do before we like end this is like he's called me like a pedo defender. He said that like I'm friends with Fergie. I just like, you know, he's asked me to present proof a lot. I would like any proof. I'm like doing this. I would like proof that, you know, that the docs was sent by Spinling. I would like proof for any of the shit that he's like said today. Cause like if he's willing to say it here, then like clearly, you know, there's something to it. And I mean, like, you know, I'm a pedophile defender. Lazy's a pedophile defender. Like you know, like fucking Slime Beast is a fucking pedophile according to you. And I would just like to see what's your like proof, like not your words, like a screenshot, video, like you know, like was he sexting
I made the
a
video
minor?
like you of that. So I mean, you watched him allegedly, but then now you have.
You don't show screenshots in your videos. You just kind of say it, dude.
I kind of find it weird too that you graze over Lolly and shit too, and you don't consider that.
I don't watch Lolly, and
I didn't say that.
Well, Chris is ace and doesn't like do porn, so like I don't.
You make yourself sound dumb throwing shit out like that. Like,
I'm not. I'm just saying you literally take a picture of like this dude liking a post 15 years ago and say that he's been stalking this lady for 20 or like 15 years or whatever, and that he's like a pedophile trying to molest her over a fucking light.
That's
like where's the proof?
There.
I'm asking you where's the misconduct?
What the actual? This is intense. This turned into physical contact. Like I'm gonna. Whoa! You didn't watch the video, so I'm gonna tell you what you told me. Go watch the video. It's in there.
So you don't have any proof right now
that
Slime Beast is a pedophile and acted inappropriately with this minor. I have provided
proof in the video, but I've asked proof.
Okay, so this is really not, guys. This is really not going anywhere. You're not really having a productive.
What do we do then? Because I want to fucking end it at this rate.
Here's what I'm gonna ask. Here's what I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask that you make.
Answer.
I'm gonna ask that you make your closing statements. I don't want you to necessarily respond to each other in their closing statements from what you were just talking about. I'm asking that you make your closing statement about each other, about your thoughts on this drama. And then I think, in the interest of both of you, this is my recommendation. I don't think you're necessarily going to take it, but my recommendation is that you both go your separate ways, because I don't think this has been productive. I don't think that even if you are trying to do the right thing, TCR, it's done that much good right now. So my recommendation.
I already got what I want.
Okay.
I know you heard.
Okay, guys, just stop. My recommendation is that you stop talking about each other. You stop tweeting about each other. I don't know what happened with Slime Beast. Maybe it's best to stop talking about that. I don't really know what the deal is there. I think what you should do is we're going to have our closing statements. Last time we had the statement thing, I let Creepy go first. I'm going to let Moth go first. Then Creepy will have a statement, and that'll be it. And we're going to say bye. And then I'm going to go piss, and I'm going to play fucking Fortnite and jerk off, okay? So we're going to start. We're going to start with Moth. Moth, give your statement. I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to give you this. I think 60 seconds sounds fair. So I'm going to give you each 60 seconds. And at the end of that 60 seconds, what we're going to do is move to the next person. I'm going to say, okay, time to wrap up. We're going to move to the next person. And that's how we're going to do it. Is that cool?
Good to me.
Okay. Let me get my clock app open. Timer.
They're disappointed that we didn't twerk off, and I'm kind of disappointed too. No one we won on Fortnite either. Only way I'm doing that is we do no build.
True.
I love no build.
All right. Got my clock right here. All right. We're going to start your thing in Moth. Your statement is going to start in 3, 2, 1.
The whole point for me, the proof is in the pudding. The claims were made from 2021, but no proof was provided beyond 2021. There's no dates of any of these supposed links in my Discords. Just out of context nonsense. Can I self-plug? I don't have anything else now. There's nothing nasty to say. I don't have nothing to fucking say beyond that. The proof is in the pudding. Just go watch videos on it and make your own decisions. It's pretty clear in my opinion, especially after the stream. Holy shit.
Okay. That's your statement?
Use code plagued on Fortnite.
All right. We're gonna stop. Reset. Creepy. I'm gonna start your statement. Are you ready to give yours? 3.
Yeah.
2, 1. Go.
Okay, so I think that the best way to look at this is as follows. When you're looking at the line of evidence, Moth proved himself innocent here on multiple occasions, but every time he's had an opportunity to prove himself innocent by showing, evidence, it mysteriously gets deleted, and then he hides behind the fact, I don't have proof. Going back to the very beginning, right before he did his first live stream, this guy literally starts a live stream. He goes through his Discord showing that the secret video room isn't there and hasn't existed in a long time. But if you look at the audit log that was leaked on Twitter, it's quite clear that he literally deleted it right before the stream and made this performative act. I guess the point is that this guy's deleting evidence and then saying that it doesn't exist, therefore you can't call me out, and that's kind of lame.
Okay, well, that's it. Thank you both for coming on.
Sorry for the shit show, Tom.
It's okay. Thanks for the content.
I honestly wish I could have been a better host.
All right, Moth, is there anything you want to say before I get out of here?
Well, I guess not. If you want any other updates on that shit, just follow my Twitter. I talk about it, unfortunately, or at least it's there. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but it's there, and the videos.
All right.
Proof in the pudding.
Well, see you later, buddy. Good luck. Is that the content you guys wanted? Holy shit, dude. And if you liked this video, consider becoming a member. For $5 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts, unreleased videos, and the members-only Minecraft server. Thanks so much to all of my YouTube members who fund my content.